It's the software that runs pretty much everything. Our boardrooms, our classrooms, our sales pitches. We've all used it, and let's be honest, we've all sat through some less than thrilling presentations made with it. But behind all the bullet points and default themes, there's this surprisingly deep story about how we communicate. So let's pull back that curtain and dive into the amazing story of PowerPoint.
To really get a grip on its impact, we have to start with just one number, and it's a staggering one: 95%. I mean, what on earth could possibly have a 95% share of anything in today's world?
You guessed it. That's the estimated market share from Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, this isn't just leading the market, this is total dominance. It's a level that's really only possible when a tool becomes so embedded in how we work that it's just the default. It's easily one of the most influential pieces of software ever written.
So that brings us to the big question for this whole explainer. How did this one tool become the universal language for presenting ideas, literally across the entire globe? Well, the answer is a journey that starts way before computers were even a thing.
To really understand PowerPoint, we need to go back. And I mean way back. We're about to fly through 17,000 years of visual storytelling, all of which paved the way for the slides we stare at on our screens today. You know, that drive to tell stories with pictures, it goes all the way back to the Lascaux cave paintings, humanity's first slide deck if you think about it. Now let's fast forward thousands of years to the 1940s. The US military starts using overhead projectors for training, and suddenly the idea of projecting visuals is everywhere. Then, boom, the digital revolution hits. In 1987, a computer scientist named Robert Gaskins brings his vision for a program called Presenter to life, launching it as PowerPoint 1.0. But the real game changer, that came in 1994. Microsoft made the genius move to bundle PowerPoint with its Office suite. All of a sudden, this presentation tool was on millions of computers by default. It completely crushed the competition. And now, we're on the edge of the next great leap, the AI era.
Okay, so we've gone from ancient history right to your desktop. Now that we know how we got here, let's talk about mastering the tool itself. What are the simple, foundational rules for building a presentation that actually works?
It all starts with the absolute basics, the words on the screen. And these rules, they aren't just about making things look pretty. They're about preventing your audience's brains from shutting down. A readable font size, at least 18 points, means people in the back of the room can actually see what you're talking about. Using bold strategically, say for a key number like 20% growth, instantly draws the eye. And that 1.5 line spacing, it gives your ideas room to breathe and saves everyone from that dreaded wall of text that just makes people tune out.
And here it is, the one feature that separates the amateurs from the pros: Presenter View. This is your secret weapon, seriously. While your audience sees this beautiful, clean, full-screen slide, you get a private dashboard. You've got your speaker notes, a timer to keep you on track, and a little preview of what's coming up next. It lets you have a real conversation instead of just, reading off the screen.
All right, once you've got the text handled, it is time to level up. Let's move beyond those boring bullet points and talk about really bringing your story to life with visuals and data.
And there's a really good reason for this. It's backed by science. It's a cognitive principle called the picture superiority effect. Basically, our brains are hardwired to process and remember images way more effectively than text. It's an ancient survival skill. So if you want your message to actually stick, you've got to make it visual.
Okay, let's see this in action. We've all seen a slide like this, right? It's just a raw data dump. The numbers are correct, sure, but it makes your audience do all the work. There's no story here, just numbers. Now, organizing it into a simple table, that's a step up. It's definitely cleaner and a little easier to scan. This is better for sure. But we can still do so much more to make the main point just pop off the screen.
And here's the magic. By turning that data into a simple bar chart, the story is instantly clear. You can see the growth from Q1 to Q4 in a split second without even really reading the numbers. That right there is the power of data visualization.
So, how do you do it? It's all waiting for you in the Insert tab. You can drop in pictures, videos, audio, shapes, whatever you need. Now, the crucial pro tip here is step 3. Always use alt text to describe your images. This is so important for making your presentation accessible to people using screen readers. And for data, you can even link your charts directly to an Excel file so they update automatically when the numbers change. Pretty cool, right?
All right, let's turn to the future, which honestly is already here. The biggest shift since we went from overheads to computers is happening right now with artificial intelligence. This isn't just a new feature. It's like getting a new partner. And it all starts with a simple command. Instead of fighting with menus and formatting options, you can now just give your AI Copilot instructions in plain English, like, hey, make this text more concise.
And the result is, well, it's transformative. Just look at this before text. It's a mess of corporate jargon that just hides what you're trying to say. Then, the AI cuts right through the fluff. The after is clear, direct, and powerful. This is all about getting to clarity, instantly.
And the effect on productivity? It's massive. In professional settings, AI tools like Copilot can slash the time it takes to build a presentation by up to 50%. And that's not just time you save messing with fonts. That's time you get back to actually think, to refine your story and your core message.
So what can it actually do for you? Well, you can prompt it to create an entire outline from scratch. It can suggest and find relevant images for you. It can even do tricky photo edits like removing a background with a single click. It's basically your personal designer, suggesting modern layouts and helping you look great on camera. It really changes how we brainstorm and create.
And this brings us to one final thought. As AI takes over the design, the formatting, even some of the writing, it frees us up to focus on what truly matters. It pushes us past just mastering the tool and toward mastering the story, the narrative, and that connection with the audience. You know, all the human stuff the AI can't replicate. So in this new era, what skill do you think will matter most?